And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. On Friday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chamberlain. Emmanuel quickly out there with Sexton. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's George in at the small forward position. And for the Celtics, down on the block, it's Tatum with Keita. Pritchard and White are their guards. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. So, Clark, when you look at it, what's the focus for these teams so early on in the campaign?
You know, I think really at this point it's about seeing what you've got, finding out what you have, building chemistry. I think this is where you kind of start to discover the strengths and weaknesses of your team. Really smooth release from Tatum on that 3 makes that shot look effortless.
Pass to Chamberlain. Outside, Sexton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And he comes up with the deuce.
Outstanding play by White that time. He just took off and got up and down in a heartbeat.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I wondered what Coach has in store for PG tonight. Hopefully a low-scoring game, Coach joked, going on to say, we'll throw some aggressive defenses his way, but we also have to play him well when he's off the ball. It's a tricky assignment, so Coach is aware this is going to be a challenge for his team. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. The shot by George, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's White missing. Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. George looking over the floor. Here's Chamberlain, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Here's Keita. There's Brown with the 3. Boston, no good that time either. George passes to Middleton. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Out muscling the defenders. Middleton redesigning that interior.
Quickly against Pritchard. Pass to Keita. 6 to shoot from past the arc. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Middleton against Pritchard. Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got his second basket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. 5th on the list, Jason Tatum.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after. Another all season long.
Shot from the top of the key. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 1.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
And it's White missing.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Here's George. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Brown. Still scoreless. White finds Pritchard. Brown deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Pritchard against quickly. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Cada. Chamberlain with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the shot goes down.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Pritchard. Buries it from three-point range. Pritchard's got 5 points so far.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
Outside, Sexton. Here's Middleton. Now, here's Quickly. Here's George, guarded by Tatum. Back to Chamberlain. The fadeaway. The shot comes out. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. Tatum against George. Pass to Cada. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
Now, here's Quickly. And here's Chamberlain. Outside, George. Here's the 3, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And checking out some stats for Paul George. Last year, getting it done. He was around 16 points per last year. 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Tatum. Following the basket made by Wilt Chamberlain. Stolen by Middleton. Here's Chamberlain. Throw down the sledgehammer!
No, he didn't. No, he didn't do that.
How about the body control and just the sheer athletic prowess of Chamberlain on that one?
Celtics trail by 4. Brown outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Wide, a screen on Sexton. Here's Brown. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Sexton for 3. A rebound by the Celtics.
Really good shot contest there. Made it tough for the shooter.
Pass to Tatum. To the paint. Here's Cada. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And Tatum knows how to find his guys in their spots now. A solid passer at his position.
On the wing, George. Now, here is Chamberlain. Outside, George. To the middle. From 10 feet out. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Chamberlain got 10 points in the game.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Tatum. Paul George making his last shot. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
It's George on the wing. 6 points for him. Pass to Chamberlain. With the fadeaway. A putback. Here's Middleton. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Tatum. He has 5. Hauser the pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. There's Brown with the 3. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
And, guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Celtics. Corey Joseph comes in for Jason Tatum. And so he makes both from the line.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with. Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Conley for 3. Good on the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Brown. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Paul George.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Guys, back to you.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Boucher. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Conley surveying the D. Caldwell Pope. White with the defensive effort. Celtics trail by 9. Left side, Brown. Boucher with a screen on George.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
I'll tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 9. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
White is out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Minot in at the power forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Joseph has an open look. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. It's deflected. Bounce pass Conley. Barnes outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Prince outside. Conley inside the line. And Boston with the rebound. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Hauser misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Barnes passes to Conley. With some arc. Joseph with the rebound. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Boston. Hauser misses. Gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Boucher against Barnes. Pass to Huff. Outside Conley. Here's Huff. Launches it. And it's Derek White with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Pass to Minot. Now Boucher. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Joseph, the pass to Boucher. White, wide open. He fires. That three off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
Pritchard with the ball, covered by Conley. Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Conley, the pass to Huff. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
3 points.
Conley's got 3 assists in the game. So coming close to 40 years of age, Mike Conley's production has slowed down. But Clark, he is still so valuable in so many ways.
And his value comes in his production, but maybe more so in the intangibles, which are really hard to measure, but they're palpable. You feel them. They make a difference. They have an impact on the team and individual young players. I mean, he's one of the best teammates and leaders in the NBA. Always plays it within himself, has great perspective and wisdom. He's just a joy to be around and a very, very good teammate and leader. Slick move that time by Conley with the rock. carving out some space for himself to get the hoop.
Right the pass to Boucher. Now Pritchard. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And here is Conley. 5 points in the game. Caldwell Pope outside. Prince outside. A 3 from Barnes. Boucher with the rebound. Celtics trail by 10. White inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Pritchard against Conley. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Certainly something to watch. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. First one falls for him.
Tell you what, Conley may not be in his prime from an age standpoint, but I tell you, he is still tremendous as a floor leader, general, and he's a stabilizing presence on this team.
Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Sam Hauser. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Celtics trail by 10. Pritchard with the screen on George. From deep. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Faster quickly. Now here's George. He's covered by Brown. On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. Barnes dishes to Chamberlain. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Faster quickly. And here's George. Here's Chamberlain. A shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And one of the most prolific scorers you'll find. Wilt keeps finding ways to raise the bar, as evidenced by his output here tonight.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. Hits the jumper in space.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
Quickly against Pritchard. Pass to George. Caldwell Pope outside. Now Barnes. Guarded by Tatum. Barnes kicks to George. The putback, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul.
Tremendous hustle, working hard for that bucket.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Mars is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Derek White. Celtics trail by 14. Pritchard with the ball. He's got 11. Pass to Hauser. And here is Tatum. Covered by Barnes. Tatum draws the double. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And now look at Jason Tatum here, coming off a terrific season. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And clearly one of the dominant scorers we have in this league. His top 5 ranking last year puts him right there in the ranks of the elite. That free throw good from George. Sexton, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now, here's Brown. Pass to Garza. Drills it from outside. Garza's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Quickly against Richard. Now, here's Chamberlain. They double-team Chamberlain. Can't get it to fall.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Tatum. Here's Garza. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Garza's got a pair of triples in the second now for Boston. Brown against Sexton. Outside, George fires for 3. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now here's Tatum. He has 5. The shot, no good. Good D by Barnes.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
It's his first trip to the line. He's off on the first. White, he's checked in for Sam Hauser. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Faster quickly. Outside, Sexton. From outside, off the mark. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Garza. Here's Pritchard. Defended by Sexton. Here's Garza. He has 6. The 3 from Tatum. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
This is why Tatum is a superstar. His confidence in shooting the ball right away. Quick release. Money.
Now, here's Sexton. Scoreless thus far. Barnes looking around. Out left to the wing. Down low. Here's Middleton. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics trail by 10. Over quickly, and it's Boston with another.
Brown has a nice shot repertoire. Clearly, the mid-range doesn't give him much trouble.
Quickly the pass to Middleton. Outside, Sexton. Inside, Chamberlain. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Hey, we all know this. It's no secret. I mean, one of the areas of Wilt's game that's below average is free throw shooting.
That free throw, no good. Celtics making a switch here. Kate is checked in. And the second free throw, good. 1:10 left in the first half of basketball. Quickly against Pritchard. Tatum on the wing. Great job by Tatum in close.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Pass to Chamberlain. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Now here's Tatum. 10 points for him. Offline with his 3.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now here's Chamberlain. Pass to quickly. Here's Barnes. It's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading.
The previous play is under review.
That shot off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
We're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And so that's the end of the first half. Up 11. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot to be a beat. They're kicking off the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships? And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the visiting team.
The reserves are playing like starters. A lot of teams are emphasizing depth these days.
So much talent in this league, to the point where the spillover G League has some ballers. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, with a double-double in hand through two quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
One of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Chamberlain is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then it's Paul George. And it's quickly in at point guard. Pritchard against quickly. Pass to Tatum on the wing. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Here's Queta. Clock at 6. Now Brown. Chamberlain with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Here's quickly. Pass to George. Outside, Sexton. Quickly the bounce pass. Here's Chamberlain. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 11. Here's Tatum. Tatum jackhammers it in.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Boy, he's had a solid performance at the offensive end. Rock solid, providing that stability.
So it's the Celtics now. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Keita. And Tatum driving. Good on the bucket. Tatum's got 14.
Really hard to slow Tatum down on his drive because he's relentless. I mean, he's going to finish whether somebody's in his way or not. This guy's a load offensively to deal with.
Now, here's Sexton. He has yet to score. Kicks it down to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. They get it again. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. 11-point game. Outside Tatum. Over Middleton. And again, Jason Tatum. He's got 16.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Now, quickly. George sets a screen for quickly. Here's Middleton. Here's Chamberlain. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Man, Wilt Chamberlain is manhandling the Boston Celtics right now.
Not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
A free throw good from Chamberlain. Here's Brown. 6 points for him. Pass to Tatum. Now Pritchard. Quickly covering. The 3 from Tatum. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there'll be more in store.
Quickly the pass to Chamberlain. Middleton outside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Few can make the alley-oop look this easy. Chamberlain barely has to get off the floor at all to punch it down.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Middleton against Tatum. Out to White. Tatum with a screen on Sexton. And it's White missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And taken away by Brown. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. To the left side wing. To the inside. Keita. Chamberlain with the block. George passes to Chamberlain. And Boston with the rebound.
I want to show, before we go, I want to show that block by Chamberlain. My God, he got up there for this one. I thought Keita got this off. I didn't think I'd get there in time, but Chamberlain, quick. Just blocking out the sun. I didn't think I'd get there in time. Man.
Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Queta. Here's White. Hits the 3-point bomb. White's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. But he just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
They double-team Chamberlain. A 3 from Quickly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Quickly's got his 2nd basket of the night.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Brown. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. Over George. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at the skill set and size of Middleton. Hard for any defense to match up against. Just so creative in how he draws contact and gets himself to the line.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
And he sinks the 2nd.
Middleton's so highly productive and consistent. A steady contributor night in and night out.
Richard with the ball. 11 points in the game. Here's Queta. Chamberlain with the block. One-on-one here. Yep, that one goes. Chamberlain got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
Now Pritchard. Pass to Queta. Shoots over Chamberlain. Boston again missing. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Sexton against White. Back to Quickly. Middleton left side. Shoots. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Tatum gets it to go inside.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
Quickly looking it over. Chamberlain with a screen on Brown. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Middleton's got 7 points in the game.
Slippery play by Middleton. Comes off the pick and goes on the offensive.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Sam Houser's checked in for Boston. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
I don't think you can ever underestimate the effect that a few block shots can have on your opponent. I mean, it can get into your head as an offensive player. You're going in there thinking you've got a clear path, and then you see the ball going behind you in reverse. I mean, that can be major intimidation and affect your game.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
Now, here's Quickly. He has 5. Here's Barnes. Pass to Huff. Brown against Martin. Now Barnes lets it go with a 3. drains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got his third basket of the night right there.
You know, Barnes is a good shooter from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's dangerous from out there.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does his team want from him?" He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Kevin?
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie. Martin with the bucket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And here's White. He's got 5. Tatum on the wing. Pass to Keita. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Back to quickly. And here is Barnes. Pass to Sexton. Shoots over Brown, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Chris Boucher's checked in for Boston. Corey Joseph comes in for Jaylen Brown.
Corey Joseph.
Celtics trail by 12. Outside Tatum. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Quickly kicks to Barnes. Back to Quickly. Over Boucher. And it's Quickly missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Back to Joseph. 3-pointer. No good that time. Gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Sexton on the wing. White covering. White with the defensive effort. And so White will bring it up for Boston. Left side Tatum. Out to White. And stolen by Sexton. Pass to Quickly. With the drive. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Quickly's got 7.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Hauser misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Sexton the pass to Barnes. Fires from the wing. Good on the shot. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
Like his mid-range game, Barnes incredibly lethal from the mid-range. When he's got room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
Tatum against Martin to the paint. And the shot's good from Boucher. He's got 6.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
Now, here's Quickly. He's got 7. Over Joseph. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Celtics trail by 12. Tatum passes to Joseph. From the stripe. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here's Quickly. Pass to Sexton. Shoots over White. And the shot falls short this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Leading by 10. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On out there with Sam Hauser. Then there's Chris Boucher. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. And that one's good, Barnes.
Boy, the size and quick release Barnes has helps him inside. I mean, he feels very comfortable shooting from here.
Pritchard against quickly. Outside, Joseph. Here's Brown with the 3. Cash money. Brown with the tray.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Pritchard against quickly. Pass to Sexton. Driving in, and Sexton slams it in.
And this is why you got to prevent Sexton from getting in the lane. Once he does, he just explodes towards the basket.
Celtics trail by 11. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Brown wide open. He fires. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
And that one's good quickly.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys.
Quickly was solid. Solid game tonight by Quickly.
That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
It's tipped. Here's Boucher. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Quickly the bounce pass. Martin for 3. Rebound Boston. Brown's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pritchard with the ball. Boucher with a screen on quickly. Here's Pritchard. No good from outside.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Brown kicks to Boucher. The kick out to Brown. And they double up Brown. Here's Boucher. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He told them no time to celebrate, the work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And the first one drops. The Celtics making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Chamberlain hits them both. Now Pritchard. Pass to Kata. Here's Pritchard. Now Brown. Pritchard with the ball. Lots of room. Again, the Celtics good for 2. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Conley. Pass to Chamberlain. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
Another dime in the stellar career of dime dropping by Mike Conley. I tell you, he's dropped thousands of dimes in his career.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Cada. And here's Brown outside. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Now we've talked Barnes is athletic, he's strong, but he also has good bounce. So he gets up fast to ram it home.
Celtics trail by 9. Pass to Hauser. On the wing, Brown. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. So it'll be Jaylen Brown shooting. That one on Caldwell Pope. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Now, here is George. No good that time. Tatum against Barnes. Tatum passes to Brown. Pass to Cada. 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Conley kicks to George. Shoots over Brown. The shot by George, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's George. After the basket by Boston. On the wing, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick and roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Sam House's checked in for Pritchard.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
Conley against White. Back to Tatum. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Celtics trail by 6. And it's Hauser in the corner. A three-pointer, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here is Conley. Right side George. Looking for Chamberlain. He gets it there. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. From the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got 18 points just in the second half.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Barnes finds Conley. Over White. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Brown with a screen on Barnes. Tatum, that's for 2. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
Second team foul.
And that one misses.
And you got to appreciate the overall game of Barnes. He's efficient as a scorer and also works hard at the defensive end.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Sam Hauser.
Yeah, but the main thing is the 2-possession lead is secure.
Outside Tatum. Brown outside. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. The 19-foot shot does not go in. Gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
You know, Barnes is a versatile scoring forward who we've seen him heat up quickly, and he's capable of doing that.
Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. Outside Conley. George! Rebounded by Tatum. Celtics trail by 4. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. That one misses. In the 4th has been tremendous, 59%. Outside George. Lets it go from 11. Buries the jumper.
Love the flow and rhythm that George plays with. Very impressive. He's got a natural, comfortable cadence to his pace.
Now here's Tatum. Brown outside. Tatum against Barnes. The 3 doesn't go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside George. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 4 team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
Shooting 2.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates, a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws right there now give them a little bit of breathing room.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
Martin, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Tatum, a three-pointer. Good.
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Kenyon Martin. And here is Conley. Middleton, a screen on Pritchard. Here's Middleton. Releases from 15. It's in.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Chris Middleton.
And what's their best move at this point?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
For Celtics Entertainment.
Tatum fires. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. White. The long shot, no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Third personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.
Woo! Man, that was a good game, wasn't it? Both of these teams just battling, man, back and forth. I tell you one thing, Team Chamberlain really got out and ran in this. We got 24 fast break points. But the Celtics kept shooting that dang 3 ball, keep them in the game. Despite the inside the defense from Team Chamberlain. Let's take a look here at the assists. Assists were fairly equal. Offensive rebounds, as you would expect, goes to Team Chamberlain. Second chance points, all Team Chamberlain. Celtics were only, but despite all this, the Celtics were only 10 points behind on points in the points. They did a pretty good job, man. They didn't get to the free throw line. That's what hurt them. Look at that. They only shot 4 free throws to Team Chamberlain's 21 attempts. That's what really hurt them. They just didn't. They ain't taking inside enough. Or maybe they did. They just didn't. With Chamberlain out there, it's just hard to get anything going towards the basket, man. With Chamberlain out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box score here. Tatum playing, man. Tatum just doing his thing. I think they tried to post up Jaylen Brown too much in this game. I think. Because I think what allowed when they went to Jaylen Brown in the post-up game, it allowed Chamberlain the time to get over there and help out on him. See, the reason why I think Tatum got off because they just went they did a lot of quick goals with him and outside isolations to help get his shot. We'll take a look here at the the replay here. You'll notice that most of all of his stuff is that's a fast break point. That's a quick go. That's a quick isolation out there. That's helping somebody out right there. But you see, Jason Tatum, they're using him outside in on quick goals where they were using Jaylen Brown on post-ups. I think that hurt them. They should have did it both. They should have used both Brown and Tatum that way. That way you keep Chamberlain off balance. He can't just hone in on trying to come over there and double team and help. There's another fast break right here by the Celtics. See, there's another quick go. See? That's what you need to do to keep that guy off balance. Oh, man. Well, I don't know what that was. I got mixed in there. A Chamberlain play. There's Brown. This is one of his few attempts that he had that went well for him. Double team. He kicked out of that post-up play right there. So you're trying to do a post-up play. They got lucky on that one. Pitcher makes a great play. They're trying to post him up too much, and he did make some good passes. He had a couple of good moments, but the times that he did do good was on catch and goes. I think that's what you're going to see throughout the season. Anybody that does well on Team Chamberlain is going to be quick scoring offense from the outside. You're not going to be doing too much posting up with guards, unless you post up. The only way you can do is you got to post Chamberlain up himself and go right at him, and nobody in the league really has him. I mean, outside of maybe Nikola Jokic. Maybe Embiid, of course, Embiid and Jokic. And then, of course, when you get to, obviously Kareem, Shaq, and Hakeem will be able to do it. But outside of that, in the modern era, there's no one out there like you can say, well, let's just post Wilt up and go right at him. They can't do that. They don't have the personnel. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Wilt's numbers. Wilt Chamberlain coming in with 39 points tonight, 31 big rebounds. The assists, not there. Now, we really didn't hit the three ball tonight like we wanted to. But we got the opportunity, we just didn't make them. 6 big blocks, no turnovers either for the Big Dipper though. That's huge. Despite all the times he got double teamed and kicked out, no turnovers. Paul George kicking in, 50%, just under 50% from the field for 17 points. That's about what I expect from Paul George, about 17 a night. That's what I'm looking for. Somewhere about 15, 17 points a night from Paul George at this point in his career. As well as Harrison Barnes. We got Quickly coming in. Quickly had a solid game tonight. Look at that. 9 points and 6 assists, only 1 turnover. That's a solid game from him, man. That's solid from your point guard. Conley off the bench, too, with 7 points and 5 assists. Of course, it's easy to get good assists when you play with Chamberlain, man. He just, you catch him on the move. Nice little rim run. He goes up and get it. But we had a lot of shots, too, some shots over here to Chris Middleton, who hit a big shot late to really close the game out in the fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and look at some of the highlights here. Paul George. Gee, I wonder who's up next. We got 10 legends. For anybody that's tuning in, we got 10 legends in the modern era with teams built around them with modern era players, with playbooks that have been built around them. I use that word. That's a better word to use. Built around those guys based on their talents. So what you're seeing here is how you would, in my opinion, how you would utilize all of these superstars in today's era if you had them, and how you would build around them. And each one's going to be different. You're not going to use, you're not going to use Wilt Chamberlain the same way you would use Shaq. In my opinion, you wouldn't, even though they're both centers. Or Olajuwon. You wouldn't use Olajuwon in today's game the same way you would use Jordan. Let's take a look here at Harrison Barnes here. Harrison Barnes had a really good game. In all aspects. He was just a good facilitator too. Look at that. Nice catch and go. 1 dribble pull up. Getting out and running. He knew where to get that ball to. Got that rebound, get right to Will. He didn't mess around. I don't know what this is. Come on, 2K. I can't get bad on 2K now because they fixed the assist issue with the replays. I've always hampered on them that they never ever show the assists in the replays. They're finally showing the assists now, so you get an idea for people's games. Let's show quickly here. There's an assist by quickly to Wilt. The rare little mid-range jumper by Wilt from the foul line. Finds Paul George on a dedicated drive from the wing. Nice. That's a nice pass by quickly right there to find Wilt. Nice pull up. Comes off the screen catch from Wilt kick out. Finding Harrison Barnes on one of his many runs to the rim. Harrison Barnes really hurt the Celtics tonight, man. I didn't expect Harrison Barnes to get out and run like this. He was killing them in transition. But then again, I should expect it because remember, he was part of Team Showtime in the Larry Bird Magic Johnson series, so it shouldn't be a surprise. Should not be a surprise. But however, he was more the three-point shooting guy. He wasn't really the guy that was doing rim running. That was more Amen Thompson in that series. And let's go ahead and show Wilt now. Paul George, that patented mid-range pull-up of his. Wilt just getting out and running, just beating those slow centers up the court. And I say that with reverence because, man, in today's game, remember, people forget Wilt Chamberlain at this point in his career, when he was like, 25, 23, 4 years old, he had world-class sprinter speed, man. People forget this. When he was just starting his career out, this guy could, he lightweight could try out for the Olympics, man. I don't know if he'd have made it, but he could have tried out. But putting that contact for NBA, man, there's not many guys in the NBA history that have that kind of, like Mike Conley does or had. I don't know. Mike Conley probably still is. Let me see. Let's see his speed rating. Let's see what Mike Conley's speed rating is at this point in his career. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like at least 85 or 89ish. I would not be surprised if they gave him that. It's 83. That's surprising. Hey man, he's almost 40 years old, man. That's amazing. To still get that kind of respect on your speed at 38 years of age at point guard, and your agility's that high. There was a time, man, he was just as fast as anybody that's ever played in the NBA. There was a time. It was almost like you could compare his speed to Allen Iverson in his prime. He's not as good as Allen Iverson, but I'm talking about just straight online speed and quickness and the ability to change direction. He was almost as good as guys like that. But that's the story here. We're going to move on and see who's up next on the schedule. All these games are taking place on I think it's a 10 game schedule today on the Daily View. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Wait a minute. Let's see who's up next. Shaq is played. Dr. J's played. The Knicks and everything. So yeah. It's going to be Akeem now. They're going on the road to play Dallas. And if you watched Akeem last time, you guys remember to keep the storyline here going. Hakeem Olajuwon had 41 points and 15 rebounds in their previous game, but Akeem sustained an injury. So he's going to play through it, but we're going to see how it goes. He's going to be up against Gafford, Anthony Davis. It's going to be pretty interesting. And you got Cooper Flagg up there, too. So they have a pretty formidable front line. This should be a tough game for Team Dream because it would have been tough anyway, but the fact that Akeem is going to be playing hurt is going to make it even tougher. So we'll see how that goes, guys. And I'll have that one coming up for you guys here very shortly in the next stream. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you soon.